What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Stoic Context. Today, we are going to react to another Kevin Samuels video. I'm going to save my commentary for the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. Let's get into it.
Mariah, unmute yourself. Hello?
There you go. It didn't let me unmute at first. Can you hear me?
I can. How old are you?
I'm 26.
All right. So, what do you have for me on the topic?
So actually, I would like to add 4 additional things to what you've already mentioned out of the 7.
You want to do what?
Add 4 additional things. I've dated high value men throughout my life. And there's 4 other things outside of the 7.
Hold on. Okay. So, are you married?
No, but I am talking to someone. We are moving towards that route.
Okay. So, due respect,
Yes.
why would I let you add some things to my list and you're not married?
You're absolutely right.
I know. That's kind of, because women are going to ask, who's this woman to be adding anything? That's what women are going to say.
True.
So, how long have you been with your guy?
So we've been together around 4 months.
Okay. Where'd you guys meet?
I'm sorry?
Where'd you guys meet?
Maestros. I'm out here in Houston.
Mastros? Okay.
Yes.
And does he have any children?
No children.
Does he want to have children?
Yes.
Cool. Do you have any kids?
No.
Do you want to have any kids?
Absolutely, yes.
Were your mom and dad married? I ask all this question because most people don't know. Were mom and dad married?
Yes.
All right. So, did you go to college?
No, I did not go to college. However, I was a self-taught coder, became a front-end developer, and actually worked for one of the biggest software management companies out here in Houston.
Okay. So why do you want to be married?
Because I have a sense of duty, a sense of purpose, a sense of sacrifice. I've seen it in my mother's relationship with my father, but also too, it's just the inner calling, and also too, when I've dated men of.
Hold on. You say your mother and your father?
Yes, both of them were married together.
I asked you, they're not married to each other?
Yes, they're both were married to each other. No longer. I'm sorry, no longer.
Okay, so all right. So how long were they married?
They were married for 10 years.
Why they split?
Well, my mother, being my mother, she felt like the relationship was not exciting. It wasn't fun anymore. She wanted to leave.
Mm-hmm. You got any siblings?
Yes, I have 2 brothers, 2 sisters.
So 5 of y'all.
Yes.
How old is the youngest?
I'm the youngest. I'm 26.
Mm-hmm. And how old is your mom?
My mother just turned 60.
So your mom is 60 years old, and she been divorced for how long?
She got divorced back in 2005. Because she got married, she ended up getting married in 1995. No, she didn't get married again after the first marriage of my father.
So your mom was married for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
All the children by the same father?
Oh no, of course not.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. So I give the best case scenario.
Yes.
So I'm just listening to what women are going to hear. Because you come in talking like you got answers. And it sounds like you come from what the rest of us come from. Broken families with no real anything. So I'm trying to save you the heat.
Yes.
So when I ask you what you want, how you know you want to be married, and you say, I got my sense of duty and this and that, and you want to base it off of your mother and father, what do they have?
You're absolutely right. I'm not basing it off of my parents, because my mother definitely showed me what not to do and what I don't want, and how to be absolutely polar opposite from her. What I'm more so basing it off of is my experiences with I would say my most significant relationship, and what that showed me coming from a young age to now as a woman, when it comes to marriage, what I want to, or how I want to, or how I want to be of service to my man.
Okay. Is your fiance, are you engaged, you said?
No, so it's only been 4 months. So not yet.
Okay. Is he older than you?
Yes.
How much older?
Much, much older. He's in his late 40s.
Why are you laughing at that?
Because I tend to attract men that are much older than me.
Why is that a problem? Why is that laughable though? Only in the United States in general, and the black community in particular, do we laugh at something that's perfectly normal and natural. It actually makes sense.
Yeah. And then, you know what? I actually don't mind it because I don't feel like I would do well with somebody my age because I'm used to dating men older than me. It's just every relationship. My last relationship, he was 56. We dated until he was 60. Prior to that, I dated
Last relationship, you were 56 and he dated until he was 60?
Yes, I met him
And
when
you
I
were
was
22?
I was 19 when I met him.
And he was 56?
Yes, sir.
That's all kind of wrong.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, see, I'm gonna be honest. My spidey senses are tingling with you, man. Have you ever had any therapy yourself?
Oh, yes. Throughout the years.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. I'm gonna just be dead honest with you. When you came in saying the four things you want to add, I mean, you came in like you got the keys to life. Cool. And so I'm starting to listen. A 19-year-old dating a 56-year-old, and that wasn't your husband. You don't got the keys to nothing.
I understand.
No, I don't think you do. I don't think you do. Because
Well,
you strike me as a young lady who who in your life can sit you down and talk to you and tell you something.
I would say my aunt, she's married currently, and she's always been married. And she's picked and chose accordingly. We've
Your
had
aunt can sit down. Is she married currently?
yes.
When you brought this 56-year-old man around at 19, what did your aunt say about him?
Well, at the time we weren't really we were kind of
Ma'am, you
distant.
got I just don't no. That just answer the question and the spirit is given. Don't give me the details. You were
Okay.
together 4 years. Did your aunt know you were dating a man who was 37 years older than you?
No.
So you hid it from her.
Yes.
So then nobody can sit down and tell you nothing.
You are correct.
Young lady, you are not ready for marriage.
Okay.
You walk around living a lie.
Okay.
I'm trying to help you because
Hmm.
you seem like you got it together and you don't, because the questions I'm asking you.
If you don't mind,
Did anybody tell you at 37 years older than you, and he was not trying to put a ring on your finger?
No, and I can absolutely tell you why. Because when I was at that time 19, coming from a broken home, I was a broken person. I didn't have anything together. I didn't have myself together. I didn't know who.
But a broken person. Was your mother still in your life?
Yes.
Your father still in your life?
Yes.
Did they approve of this relationship?
They weren't fond of it, but my mother was the one.
So the answer is.
Yeah. Oh, it's a no. It's a no.
All right, the answer is no, ma'am. Let's take it to the side because I think we can do some work here. But I need you to. On Facebook last week, there was a story that was circulating. Okay, and the story was circulating of an 18-year-old woman and her wedding photograph with a 55-year-old man. Mm-hmm. And that man was supposed to be her god. At one point, said something like he was his god. She was his goddaughter. Now I don't know if he's actually 55 or 61, but it's been all over the place. Now the mother was a piece of work, but the young lady. And the thing is, I'm all for age gap dating, but it's such a substantial gap. The man didn't approach you to marry you. Mm-hmm. And what would you say you learned from that situation?
Oh, I've learned a lot in that situation. I learned about, for him specifically, sacrifice, because I had to give up my life. I had to become more militant in my mindset, in my discipline and structure. He literally had to break me down and rebuild me. But I also learned too that that's not the most appropriate thing for a 19-year-old to be doing. It's just not. It's not healthy, and psychologically, it's not the most healthy thing or relationship to be in. It is damaging.
And when did this relationship end? How old were you when this ended?
I was going on 24.
And how long? When did you turn 26?
July.
So you just now turned 26.
Yes.
So you've been out of that relationship for a little bit over a year?
For about 2 years. Because we met when I was 19.
If you're ever in 24, so at least 24, so at least 2 years ago, July, you're 24. So 4 months of being with this guy, that would put us back in 4 months ago, would have put us back in July.
No, we met August of 2015. I was 19.
No, I'm talking about your current guy.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
You've been with him for 4 months.
Yes.
4 months ago was every bit of July.
Correct.
All right. So you had been apart from the guy you were with for a year and a half, 2 years.
Correct.
All right. Had you dated anybody during that time?
Yes. Not seriously.
But I'm sure you had relations.
Not sexual.
Okay. What kind of therapy did you have?
BetterHelp. I had a flight.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Okay.
Well, how long were you there?
I was there for a few months. I didn't stick with it. I didn't.
Okay. So exactly what I was afraid of.
Mm-hmm.
You were in a 4-year relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked you if you're in therapy, and you said, "Yeah, I was. I've been in it." But like most women, you don't go. You go and you don't stay.
Mm-hmm.
So arguably, ma'am, you really haven't learned anything.
Okay.
I'm just telling you what I'm getting from you. You left. You were with somebody 37 years older than you.
Mm-hmm.
Who ended the relationship?
I did.
Why?
Because he didn't want marriage or kids.
Okay. Were you guys living together at any time?
No.
All right. But you ended the relationship, and then you got no real long-term help to understand why you chose to be in a relationship with somebody that was so much older than you, that no one agreed with, that you know wasn't right on paper anywhere. And in therapy, you stopped going after a few sessions. Why?
Well, I mean, if I'm being transparent, like you always are on here, for me personally, therapy did help. It helped with some more deep-rooted issues between me and my father personally. But as far as the relationship between me and my ex, I saw what the therapist was trying to do and connect the dots personally. But
So you were smarter than the therapist.
No, I wasn't smarter than the therapist.
Well, then why'd you stop going? Just make it simple.
Yeah, absolutely. I just felt like after a certain point, I was okay.
Right. You were smarter than the therapist. That's what I need you to understand. Wow. This is the problem with modern women. You're too smart for your own damn good.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to understand the level of arrogance that requires. You're smarter than a trained professional.
Mm-hmm.
Because you sat down with somebody. I mean, think about that. I got this shit. I got it. I see what you're trying to do. This is part of that shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right. And why is this all coming together? Because it's the same certainty you came through the door with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say you go back to therapy and honestly do the work.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you really should be involved with anybody right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think you are not stable enough to be a wife.
Okay.
Ma'am, just based upon this conversation and things I'm hearing, and it's too big of a leap, and you don't have anybody who can corral you or tell you anything. So you're in charge of this yourself, and this guy you're dealing with is, how old is he? 40 something?
Yeah.
Does he have any children?
No.
Are you guys live in the same city?
Yeah, both in Houston.
And does he want to be married too?
Yeah, absolutely.
And what time frame?
We haven't talked about time frames. We have not. I'll be again transparent.
Again, dating with intention.
Mm-hmm.
So you need. I think you need to put a pause.
Okay.
I know you need to put a pause. I'm trying to be as gentle as I can, but my spidey senses are screaming at me at 11.
Well, if you don't mind me asking you,
Mm-hmm.
from your perception, what, because we already talked about the therapy element, but what aspect is outside of therapy, from your perspective, so I can understand better, is screaming at you?
You think you know too much.
Okay.
You think you know too much. You're 26. You're a high
Yes.
school graduate. You said you're a self-taught coder.
Yes.
Congratulations. But you came from a family, just like many of us,
Mm-hmm.
fractured. Your mom did whatever she did. And the fact that you're with a man almost 40 years your senior,
Mm-hmm.
you saw no issue with that. To be in that 4 years and you got and no one could, and you hid it from this woman that you said was your aunt who could set you straight. You don't hide stuff from people like that who you respect. You hid it from her because you knew she wouldn't accept, she would tell you something about it. True or
Mm-hmm.
false?
No, that's absolutely true.
Thank you. So you're headstrong too. And that's a dangerous combination. Thinking you know something and being headstrong, that's a person who ends up making dumb decisions.
But then can I ask you this? Do you not
Do
think
you
that,
understand what I just said?
no, I
Has anything that I said been inaccurate?
no, I would tell you everything you've said, I've been told. So
All
you're
right,
asking me everything.
then why are you feeling the need to ask a follow-up question?
Because my follow-up question is, through growing through life experience, being able to transmute a lot of that
Yes,
behavioral shit that I heard.
use simple words.
Okay,
You
I'm
feel a
sorry.
need to ask the follow-up question because
Yeah, just being able to adjust and acclimate from those behavioral patterns.
use simple words, ma'am. Stop trying to sound so smart.
I'm sorry, that's just how I normally talk. But
But it's
trying
not.
to,
But it's not. But it's over. You're over. You're trying to sound smart. Just use simple words.
by trying
Trying to
to,
transmute and acclimate. Use simple goddamn words.
I got you. By trying to transform those patterns, do you not think that I couldn't have evolved from that?
Do you think that's simpler? By trying to transform those patterns, do you think I could evolve from that? You can't evolve from anything you won't acknowledge.
Okay.
And the way you do stuff is you got to end up making the mistake yourself before you learn. That's the dumbest way to learn. So why don't you go ahead and go out and get a sexually transmitted disease that you can't get rid of? You'll learn the lesson of that. There's a lot of ways, a lot of things you can have to experience yourself that you don't want to have to learn. And one of the biggest problems today with so many modern women is you guys, Iana Van Zandt said it at best, you're out of order. You're out of order, out of control, chaotic, reckless, headstrong, and been told you're the head of the community because you have an education or something, and you're 26, coming from a relationship that is just all kinds of wrong. You lied about it. Your mama can't say nothing. Your daddy can't say nothing. They told you. You still said, "The hell with y'all. I'm gonna do what I want to." At 19 years old.
But if I was kicked out the house and I had nowhere to go, what do you do?
You don't go with a man who ain't your husband at 40 years older than you. That's what you don't do.
So then do you recommend homelessness?
I recommend that you get therapy because the first thing you went looking for somebody to be was a daddy figure.
Mm-hmm. No, you're right. You're right on that.
I know I'm right.
Yeah.
And your defiance is starting to offend me.
Mm-hmm.
So go run your life into a goddamn ditch because you think you know what the hell's going on. Let this guy shoot the club up, give you a baby, then you really find out that you should have listened to what I said. But you know what? This is a free country. You're entitled to go fuck your life up if you want to. I salute your right to do it.
What episode by Kevin? See, this woman came in, and you could tell off rip. If you really didn't know her age, you would assume this woman is older, and that's because there's been a lot of things stripped out of her. She's moving way too fast for her own good. She thinks that she's above the respect and the love of her parents. She completely ignores what they have to offer her, and she wants to go ahead and move at a faster pace. You can tell when she sat there and dealt with a man that was like what, nearly 40, 37, 40 years older than her. And the reason why she did that is one, because she just admitted that she needed a place to stay, a father figure of some sort. And of course, she enjoyed the support that lifestyle that man provided. So much so to where instead of just saying, let me just go get a guy a few years older than me and we figure it out, she wanted to get straight to the finish line. So that was very telling. But this woman seriously needs help. There's a lot of demons that this woman is dealing with. And there's a lot of trauma that she has unsolved. So the combination of those two things is going to create a dark woman, sadly, and one that will take advantage of plenty of men. And just the look on her face was almost soulless. It's honestly crazy. But I want everyone, please, leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys think about the situation, what Kevin said, what she had to say. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you guys haven't already. And turn on post notifications so you will be alerted when we upload more videos just like this one. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.